So I'm going to record this session. This is a group discussion session for NMDC. I think we have a GD in NMDC. So largely you people are going for that. So this is the session for that group discussion session. And as I always tell you, GD has three parts. GD has three components. One is the introduction part. Second comes the body part. Third comes the conclusion part. In the introduction part, you are always to introduce the topic to others, and you are to give the direction to the discussion, what you want discussion to be. GD can be given in Hindi, it can be given in English. Second part is body part, in which you have to discuss among yourself. Third part is conclusion part. In the conclusion part, you have to conclude on behalf of the entire group. That is what you have to do. So that is a conclusion part, and you have to do that. Now the topic of the GD actually are taken from the current topics plus some static topics which are philosophical or which are evergreen topics, thought provoking topic issues. So that is evergreen. And current topics जो current में चल रहा हो, जो आपकी फील्ड से रिलेटेड है, हर चीज नहीं, वो आपका जो आपकी फील्ड से रिलेटेड है. दैट इफ यू आर टेक्नोक्रेट्स यू गोइंग पब्लिक सेक्टर, तो आपकी फील्ड से पूछ लेगा. जैसे ई व्हीकल पूछ लिया उसने, ऐसी चीजें वो आपसे पूछ लेगा. बहुत ही हार्डकोर चीज नहीं पूछता है, जैसे आईओटी पूछ लिया, इंडस्ट्री 4.0 पूछ लिया, ऐसा नहीं करता है. बेसिक चीजें पूछता है जिसका आपको नॉलेज होना चाहिए. दैट इज हाउ बेसिकली यू नीड टू क्रिएट एंड सम वेरी सिंपल टॉपिक्स. दिस इज हाउ दिस एंटायर थिंग एक्चुअली गोज. जो करंट इश्यूज में चल रहे हो, करंट टॉपिक्स चल रहे हो, उनका थोड़ा सा नॉलेज आपको होना चाहिए, और वो उसके डायरेक्शन में आपको प्रोसीड करना चाहिए. So this is how we have to go. Now what I will do, I will give you a topic, then 2 minutes to think about that topic, and then I'll give chance to each one of you to introduce, to speak, and then after 2 minutes we can, after the introduction everybody is done, we will discuss, and then everybody will conclude. This is how it is going to be. Now I'm giving you a topic. You have anything to ask before I give you a topic? Okay, so here is a topic for you. Petrol price hike, good or bad? Petrol price hike, good or bad? That is a topic. When we say petrol, it is also diesel. So petrol diesel price hike, good or bad? So think of the topic first before you speak. So I give you 2 minutes to think, and then I come to each one of you for introduction. So I think we started now, and I start with Amit. Amit, please go ahead now.
I'm audible?
Yes, yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amit Kumar. I'm taking the opportunity to start the group discussion. The topic given for the today's discussion is petrol price. Is it good or bad? In my opinion, the topic is very crucial to Indian continent or over the world, because increase in price affect the overall economy as well as the common people. And in my opinion, the decision of government to increase the price of the petrol is not good. Actually, it is bad, because the majority of the Indian people are common and they are not earning very much, and ultimately it affects the price of all the components in the Indian market, and it also affects the price of the railways or the common commodities that are important for the day-to-day life. And that's why government need to excess of anything is always bad. So if increase in price is little bit, then it is good. But recent I have seen that price is increasingly at a tremendous rate, and it affects the overall the people. So in my opinion, the petrol increase in price of the petrol is not good. And now I request all of you to put your views. Thank you.
Okay, Amar, go ahead now.
Yes, sir. So good afternoon to everybody. So our group discussion topic is petrol hike is a good. It means it impacting in a good manner or a bad manner. So so actually it's this topic, this petrol kind of topic or any diesel kind of topic, because it is basically related to our day-to-day life, because its consumption rate all over the world is I think it's the highest as compared to any other source or which we are using in our day-to-day life. So petrol or diesel price hike will be, I can say, it has a both positive and negative aspects. As like a coin, as like we have a coin, when we toss, it has a two faces, and one is head and other one is tail. So like that, petrol price hike has also good impact also on us and some bad impact also. If I'm talking about some good impact of this petrol price hike, so it will definitely help us that it enables us to keep our vehicles at our home and use bicycles or any physical kind of habits which we can implement in our day-to-day life. So first of all, second thing, if the petrol hike or any fuel hike, price hike is going on, that means it enables us also to think about using renewable source of energy. For example, nowadays electric vehicles are very much famous, that we can buy and simply charging that electric vehicle and we can use that. And due to this using of these electric vehicles also, it has a positive aspect that it will not polluting our environment too, because the petrol or diesel which we are using the vehicles, it definitely affect it emits the CO2 gases and other kind of gases that we will simply adding on to our atmosphere also. So these are some, although it has a very good aspects, in addition to that, it has some bad aspects too. For example, if the petrol or diesel price hike, for that there is a lots of ups and downs in our economic market that we are facing in our day-to-day life. That means if the petrol price or diesel price is hiking, that means it automatically affects the cost of the commodities, that may be vegetables.
Amar, this
that
is
may be
introduction only, so you have to brief it up.
so yes. So
Deva, go
so
ahead.
I would like to continue this discussion further.
Deva, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Deva Prashant. I'm glad to introduce the topic given to us. And the topic given to us is petrol or diesel price hike is good or bad. It's a very important and crucial topic. We have to discuss it. First of all, what is the need to discuss this topic? Because when we see a country's growth, it depends on the economy. This economy at the end part, when a common man is able to sell the price with the good profit, the economy of the country will be rising. So this for selling the product, the first and foremost thing is transportation from one place to another. This transportation mainly depends on motor vehicles, or ships or aeroplanes. This solely depends upon the price of the petrol and the diesel. With the hike of this petrol or diesel, the profit margin of a common man will be decreasing marginally. So it will affect the overall economy of the economy of the country. And another thing, this petrol price hike increase good or bad, we have to see where we are standing. Like if we are exporting this petrol or diesel to other countries, it will be good in case. If we are importing that, it will be bad in such that case. So we have to conclude some points. Let's start the discussion.
Okay. Now I think Sumesh can proceed.
Okay. So our group discussion topic is petrol price hike, good or bad. What my point of view is, it is good. Why? Because I think we get an opportunity to focus on reduction of carbon emission by the fuel of our country, because it is also a very major problem which we are facing in nowadays. Uh, and also with my group discussion colleague member Amar Sahu, I also think what he is saying, that use of electric vehicle nowadays will मतलब शुरू हो गया इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल का भी यूज, तो हम लोग उसका भी यूज कर सकते हैं, और ये एक एज अ अपॉर्चुनिटी है फॉर एज अ प्राइस हाइक, I think. Now I request other member to introduce this topic.
Yeah, Rohit.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. So my name is Rohit Pradhan, and our today discussion topic is petrol price hike is good or bad. So in my point of view, it is bad. सर जो हम लोग नॉर्मल पर्सन है जो डेली जिसका अर्निंग वगैरह ज़्यादा नहीं है, तो वो लोग उतना आसानी से कर नहीं सकते हैं अफोर्ड। और इसका सर मेनली इम्पैक्ट सर ऑटोमेटिक सेक्टर पे भी पड़ सकता है, कि अगर जो कि लार्ज सोर्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट है कंट्री में। तो जैसे से सर डिस्कशन स्टार्ट।
Okay. So now I think we have all have introduced the topic, and now we enter into the second part, which is a discussion among yourself. That will be 10 to 15 minutes part, and we all will discuss in that part about the topic. Be communicative with one another, listen to others, and the last part will be conclusion, when each one will conclude the topic. So Sumesh, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So please go ahead now and participate in the discussion.
Yes, sir. So what I think, this is a very great opportunity for our country, because the carbon emission, which is also a very major issue in all over our metropolitan cities like Delhi, Lucknow, where this pollution rate is very much high. So I think it is a very great opportunity where we are, मतलब हम यूज कर सकते हैं इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स को, और
See, Sumesh, you
आगे
are right,
Yes, yes,
but
मतलब
you have to also understand that you have to also think from a common people point of view. That it is, say, I am from electrical background. I know the cost of solar energy or the electrical vehicle is very high. If common people can't afford to buy a petrol or a diesel for his vehicle or for its transportation needs, then how can he afford for the electric vehicle, which is approximately 1 lakh rupees per bike? Or
Yeah.
No.
solar
Right now,
energy
Yeah,
per day.
Mr.
I'm
Amit, Mr. Amit,
adding
right
to
now,
Amit. Yeah, we have to see the cost of the EV. Like, if like you are saying, every person is buying electric vehicle, the demand of the electric vehicle will be rising heavily. So, if the demand of the electric vehicle rises, then the need of the electricity will also rise. Then,
no,
in
no,
order
at the
to
time.
equate that, we have to burn more and more fossil fuels in order to sustainably make sure that each and every person gets the EV. So the consumption of the fossil fuel will not even decrease. This doesn't have any effect in
Yes.
Reducing the pollution
Yes,
too.
Prashant, you are
Although,
actually
although,
right.
although it's a
But I
very
am
good point.
not,
Also,
I am not
see.
clearly criticizing the
So,
that this
We
point
have
is wrong,
our
yes, yes,
but it
yes,
different
will
yes.
take
sources
some
now.
time.
There is, if no,
W-
if the petrol or diesel hike price, if the price is going to hike or fall or whatever, generally it is hiking nowadays. So it's bad impact. So okay, it will affect our atmospheric pollution. That means the vehicles that they are simply exhausting the gases, the CO2 gases or CO gases. Okay, that is the point. One point. Second one is that if you are adapting a new type of technology, that means the electric vehicle kind of technology that right now it is going on market head on head. So although when the petrol using vehicles, when we are using at that time, also the demand of the vehicles are very more, then also the peoples are affording their purchasing, and even they are using petrol. Right now they are using petrol and maintaining their vehicles. So why not
Yeah,
we can replace
adding
this
to
electric vehicle.
Amar adding that the charging of the EV is a serious issue now. I'm not talking about in a span of 5 years or 10 years. I'm talking right now. So the charging of
Okay.
the EV takes about
Yes.
10 to like minimum of 6 to 10 hours, right? Like a normal
Okay.
EV
Yes.
EV
Of
to
course.
run for I guess it is a
No,
100 kilometer.
although see,
So
although it
लेकिन
is
EV
although
अगर
although the using of electric vehicle is now a new revolution, na,
New
in the
revolution,
market.
but
So
I'm talking
it will
this,
take some
but
time. It will take some time.
but
Obvious.
we
no,
are
Deva
seeing the
Deva
petrol hike
Prasad,
in
what you
today's
are
date.
saying, Deva Prasad, what
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
saying is that we are producing electricity only with the coal. No, we are not in
yes,
the world.
yes,
We are also
our
producing
different
Maximum,
sources
electricity
we
are
have
with
to
the
there.
see the
nuclear,
maximum
solar.
production, right?
Yes.
We
Yes,
use
yes, you are
renewable
right.
source.
Maximum production is from coal.
Huh.
We are seeing
Huh.
that already India is in a shortage of coal. Lot of, in our places we are getting a power
We are
cut for
not.
2 hours. In this situation, we can't shift from like petrol or diesel
Okay.
to EV.
Okay,
Like
then.
I
So
have one extra point.
this sums
I
up
have one
more.
yes. I have one extra point to add on. If the petrol or diesel price is hiking day by day, so we'll do one thing, na. In alternate solution, okay, it is one of the alternate solution. We will definitely replace the whole thing. Okay, we don't replace. We'll do one thing. We'll change our some habits, personal habits. That means for a long run or for an emergency. That means if you are taking to any patient to the hospital, that time on for going to office, then we can use the petrol
I accept
cycle.
your point of using bicycles.
And in rest time you can use bicycles
I
to
completely
buy
accept
grocery,
it.
or to go on shopkeeper, to simple personal kind of things.
Yeah.
So we don't
But
use
in my
that time we
opinion,
don't use
I am
vehicle.
thinking the government is using this opportunity as a leverage, because they are giving excuses of a global disruption in supply chain management and due to Russia-Ukraine war, and that's why it is saying that global prices of petrol is rising in the international market.
There is a very interesting point regarding the bad impacts of the petrol or diesel price hike. First, it will definitely affect the commodities price which you are buying.
Yes,
that may be
you are right.
vegetables, that may be, because they will include the transportation cost there. Okay, so for that, what will going to happen now? Even if when the petrol or diesel price will be lower down, in addition to that, the original vehicle price also in the showroom also, that will up and down. I think you have remembered when during our Modi government, when Modi government came, he simply deduct the price of petrol up to 60-65, but the vehicles cost, even the 60,000 vehicle cost, it cost us 80 to 85,000. If you have heard at the
But
time
you
of
have to also
60.
consider this point that Russia is selling its petrol and diesel crude oil to the India at a discounted rate. Then why it is
Adding to
necessary?
Amit, I have to add this. India is buying as a whole 97% from Arab countries. Even though Russia is giving at the 25 at a discount of 25%, that won't cause reasonably reduction in the price of petrol or diesel.
Although the price of this petrol or diesel, which is now increasing day by day, it will also definitely affect the employment sector also, because our employment sector also, because definitely if the economy will be not good or strong, or it will degrade day by day, so how the government will give us the job opportunity also, because indirectly this our job opportunity also are affecting by this economy point. If you are taking economy
why
point of view,
inflation rate is so high in India right now?
What I think price hike is related
increasing
to
petrol price will increase opportunity or improve the economic condition of India.
Let Somesh tell this point.
Okay.
Somesh, go ahead.
Okay, so what I think the major reason for price hike is because of this Russia-Ukraine conflict, and we are supporting Russia, so that is why the West countries which are providing us those fuel and this petrol, they are so that this is the reason why this petrol
no,
price hike.
Somesh, one thing I want to clear: even if also if there is no conflict cases of Russia or Ukraine, what is going on, although for that the petrol hike has been hiked very quickly, it doesn't mean if there will be no conflict, the price rise, the cost of the price.
Recently, I am supporting you, but recently you will see in 10 days only there is lot of price hike because of this Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Actually, I want to clear you one thing. What you are telling, okay, for this conflict, maybe the price hike will be, I can say only that the price hike, suppose right now the price rate is around 115 or 120 rupees. Okay, so before 2.5 months it was around 100 rupees. So within some days this case or this conflict accelerate the price, but this price will definitely come and achieve one day, that means on the month of October, November, we'll definitely get the price hike. So it's not like that,
guys,
for that conflict
guys,
case
I think,
it is
we have to discuss
what
about
we are
good or
discussing
bad.
is
like why
we are
it is
discussing
increasing. We should
about
not discuss. Yeah, good or bad.
Yeah,
only the
Devaru,
good
what
impact or bad
what we are
impact.
discussing right now.
Yeah.
So
I think
right
the
now,
use
in my
of
opinion,
Focus on
right
good
now
or
we have
bad,
a lesser better good impacts of rising petrol prices, but more of bad impact on Indian economy.
See guys, in terms of
Because
I
already
can
the
say in
inflation
terms
rate
of
is so high, the employment rate is also high. So how
Yeah,
we
of
can
course,
say
of
that it
course.
has a majority of good impacts on Indian economy?
No, in addition to that, if I will go for any good aspect of this price hike, it's our health issue. Definitely, because in every time we are using vehicle for walkable distance, so we are simply using the vehicles. So for that, it will definitely pushes us ki, okay, you go outside, just keep the car or bike at your home and go walk, है ना? Go some distance and just purchase the things, or use
Yeah.
bicycle to go to 1 or 2 kilometers. It's okay, you can go
Yes, it is true
and
for short
socialize also
distances, but
yourselves.
for long distances, it will matter now. It will
Yes, yes.
matter for common people.
That's why I've told na. That's why I've told na. Ki if you are not going to replace the electric vehicle at a time, so we can change some habits, some personal habits in. Although na, we
So
can change
this
some
is
habits that
possible
this kind of
only
time
in
management.
urban area, na, Amar?
Okay,
Sir,
urban. No, it's not like the urban area. Obviously, in
In
the
village,
towns area, also in villages area. If some have the vehicles in the, I'm talking about the persons or the consumers there who are generally using these vehicles, because our topic is the price hike or diesel price hike. That means the obviously it is based on the topics or the about the consumers who are actually consuming the vehicles. They're using the vehicles, and for them, or it is a good or bad. So obviously, if in villages also some people, out of 100, suppose 20 people are using, so that is the petrol hike or the hike problem is for that 20 only, na? Rest 80, if they are not using any vehicles or nothing, so they have no need to deal about these things, ki price hike. But still,
Adding to
this.
Amar, we are adding to your point.
Yes.
We are exporting. We are sorry, importing this petrol diesel from other countries. So this
Okay.
transaction will be involving in dollars. So if they are increasing the price, we will be paying in a lots of increased amount
Just
of dollars. This also will
that
result in the reduction of amount like here. The reduction of value of the 1 rupee in terms of dollar. This will create a large amount of inflation, and it will also result in the increase in price of every commodities.
Yes, because the contribution of the diesel or petrol or the the white petroleum that may be talking about, or black petrol, any petroleum also, it has a large contribution towards our economy, Indian economy. So of course, it will definitely affect. It will definitely affect that.
What about you, Rohit?
So,
Rohit, can you?
Okay, so I think now we go for conclusion, and I start with Amit only. Amit, please go ahead.
Okay, friends, let's come to the conclusion. We have a very nice discussion, and unfortunately, we cannot come to the consensus. Some are of the view that it is good. The petrol hike is having good impact on Indian economy, and some is having bad impact. And I was of the view that it is having majority of impacts in a bad way, because the common it is at the end of the day, it is the common people which are going to affect. Amar was of the view that increase in petrol price will increase the opportunity in the field of renewable energy, but I don't think so, because if we to use the renewable source of energy, we have to promote the education to the common people, to the people who are living in the backward cities and backward areas of the Indian country. And Deva Prasant is also of the view that yes, petrol hike price, petrol increase in petrol prices will have a good impact, because it will ultimately it will reduce the carbon emission and promote the electric vehicle use in India. And in this way, our some very useful point also came in this discussion. And I hope this discussion, this sums up the entire discussion. Thank you.
Okay, now I think Amar can go ahead.
Okay, thank you to all of you to participate in this group discussion, making it a fruitful discussion. So basically, what we have concluded is the petrol price or diesel price hike is definitely going to affect us in a good manner also, in a bad manners also. So in good manners, there are some good points that it will contribute to our health and habits, our day-to-day habits. That means it enables us to not use these our fuel running vehicles, and to use bicycles, or we can walk, or that is in a personal matter, personal thing. Second thing, by we can adapt our renewable source of energy. Right now the electric vehicles that is going on, and maybe further in further years, further long years, I think solar based also vehicles will be start for in order to replace this non-renewable resource of energy. So second thing. Third thing, for and there are some bad impacts also of this price hike, that first of all, due to this price, due to using of these vehicles, the non-renewable resource running vehicles, so it will definitely going to affect our every day. It will definitely going to affect the environment, our environment. That means it is there is a emissions of CO2, CO gases, many lots of gases that will definitely going to pollute our environment. First of all, second thing, the the it will definitely going to the petrol price or the diesel price hike is definitely going to increase the commodities, the cost of the commodities. That may be in terms of that, we can say that vegetables or any product which you are buying from market, obviously the transportation cost will be so much high, indirectly it will going to affect the commodities also. First, second, and third thing also, there are some bad impact on our health also, because if there is a lots of vehicles, and if they are using lots of vehicles, then there will be a bad impact to our health also, health issues also, that may be breathing problems and lots of problems. So thank you sir.
Okay, now I think Deva.
I grasp the opportunity to conclude this topic. Petrol hike is good or bad. Like each and every person told, there are some good things behind this price hike, and also some bad things. And seeing the good things, Amar said, it will increase the chance of using a person to use a bicycle and lead a healthy life. And also, as Somesh said, like we will be shifting towards EV, and the world will become more and more cleaner. Apart from these good things, there are equally or not more equally, there is a large amount of bad thing that will result in the price hike of petrol or diesel. Like one of the things is the economic problem will be much more high, and also the Indian rupee value will be day by day decreasing, and there are a lot more bad things, like the inflation of the currency in India, and also it will be a difficult thing for a common man to run his life in a single day. And with this, I can conclude that the even though the petrol price has a good thing will happen, but definitely it will result in a bad thing will happen. Thank you.
Okay, Somesh.
Yes, sir. So I get a wonderful opportunity to conclude this discussion. What I think is that petrol price hike is related to every sector, like transportation, and transportation is related to, is directly proportional to, I would say, to everything, like uh, uh, what we buy things from market. So that is a very bad thing. So what I think, the price hiking is from all of our discussion, price hiking is a very bad thing. So, and also, but by the use, we can use EV and other things, uh, other electric vehicles related things. So due to this we can control this, uh, मतलब सर संभाल सकते हैं सब चीजें ऐसा.
Okay, Rohit.
Thank you, friends. So, sir, I've concluded the discussion. Our topic is petrol price hike is good or bad. So, some good point are there. कि सर जो प्राइस हाइक होने से हमारा इन्वायरमेंटल पॉल्यूशन, आदमी लोग कम गाड़ी वगैरह यूज करेंगे तो इन्वायरमेंटल पॉल्यूशन कम होंगे. तो ये हमारा गुड पॉइंट है सर. और दूसरा बैड पॉइंट में सर इकोनॉमी प्रॉब्लम, फिर उसका सर ऑटोमोटिव सेक्टर पे भी इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा, जिसके कारण सर हमारा एम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट वगैरह भी कम हो जाएगा. थैंक यू.
Okay. Okay, now let me give you the feedback and the topic. So, see, as far as Amit is concerned, Amit, you have capability to speak, but you do not participate in the discussion. Body part mein to you did not participate in the discussion, Amit. That is not a good thing, because you will be eliminated. If you don't participate in discussion, you will be eliminated. So in entire body part, you were just listening and you were not contributing at all. Introduction mein, not only you have spoken about introduction, you have taken one side. Whenever the topic is good or bad, always think whether there are two aspects of that. Can there be good aspect also? Because normally always the middle approach is better. If you say no, it is bad, or if you say it is good, both the approaches may not be appropriate. Middle path is always better. So think it of what stand you want to take. And if it is
मतलब
good,
इंट्रोडक्शन में किसी एक साइड में नहीं लेना है, मतलब पहले दोनों साइड में रहना है इंट्रोडक्शन। सर इंट्रोडक्शन में तो किसी एक साइड पहले ही कंक्लूड नहीं कर लेना, मतलब बीच में ही रहना है।
हाँ, एक साइड को लेना नहीं चाहिए। मेरे को लगता है दोनों ही साइड्स के बारे में कुछ कुछ बोलना चाहिए नॉर्मली। बट कुछ ऐसी चीजें होती हैं जैसे ड्रिंकिंग गुड और बैड, तो ड्रिंकिंग तो बैड ही है, ड्रिंक करके उसको क्या फायदा होगा, राइट? बट नॉर्मली विल गिव अ टॉपिक जिसमें दोनों ही साइड में कुछ ना कुछ हो सकता है पॉइंट, चाहे दो चार ही पॉइंट हो, बता सकते हैं। सो यू हैव टू टेक अ पॉइंट वेरी केयरफुली, एंड जो बॉडी पार्ट है उसमें डिस्कस करना है, बाकी उनके साथ बात करनी है, उनके सुनना भी है, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। बात नहीं करोगे तब नहीं चलेगा। फिर आगे अमर, अमर बोल सकता है। अमर ने दो क्लासिफिकेशन भी दिया उसको, गुड और बैड, पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव उसने बात की, टू साइड ऑफ द कॉइन उसने बताया, वो सही है। उसने पॉजिटिव साइड भी बताई, नेगेटिव साइड बताया। लेकिन अमर के साथ ट्रबल है कि अमर बहुत लंबा बोलता है इंट्रोडक्शन, इतना लंबा वो इंट्रोडक्शन तुम्हें बोलने नहीं देंगे अमर, कंक्लूजन भी बहुत लंबा करने नहीं देंगे, बच्चे बिगाड़ देंगे। तो इंट्रोडक्शन इज ऑल अबाउट टॉपिक, थोड़ा सा बताया कि ये रेलिवेंट टॉपिक है क्या है। फ्रेंड्स, द टॉपिक गिवन इज पेट्रोल प्राइस हाइक, गुड और बैड. This is the thing which is affecting everybody's life, me, you, and everyone. So we can feel this topic. It's a very, very relevant topic, and nowadays this is one of the main crucial topic of Indian economy also, because economy gets affected. So, friends, in my opinion, it has some positive aspects also and negative aspects also. So we should discuss entire topic on the basis of what are the negative things about this, how we can overcome that, and what can be the positive outcome of this. तो ऐसे आपने इसको, वो मैं बताता हूँ इंट्रोडक्शन कैसे करना, लेकिन अमर बहुत लंबा आपने इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं देना, और जो बात बाद में बोल सकते हो इंट्रोडक्शन बॉडी पार्ट में, उसको इंट्रोडक्शन में नहीं बोलना। बाकी अमर ने पार्टिसिपेट किया, बॉडी में पार्टिसिपेट किया, इंट्रोडक्शन में किया, कंक्लूजन भी दिया, तो अमर कैन स्पीक, ही स्पीकिंग ऑल्सो। Deva also said it is important and crucial topic and it is affecting Indian economy, so he said in that part in introduction. Deva, you could have given the classification, to the topic. Sometimes the classification is inbuilt in the topic, like in this it is been built, good or bad. Yes, what is good, what is bad, so it is already in the topic, classification is already in the topic. You need not to use your brain. Yes, in the body, all you have to talk about is what are the goods, what are the bads, and if they are the goods, why they are good. I mean, high price hike otherwise is not good, but indirectly why it is good, then what good thing we are seeing in that. So that particular discussion we can do. Deva could talk in between also. So Deva, you have to participate little more, though you are participating okay, but you have to participate more and you have to contribute in introduction and conclusion little long, right? Okay. Then comes Sumesh. Sumesh said, okay, e-vehicle is the opportunity for it. So Sumesh, in the introduction, added an aspect which is very small aspect. E-vehicle, opportunity to use e-vehicle. That can be the good part of price hike, right? But then you have to say, no, the good part, what are the good parts, what are the bad parts, how good parts we have to, what good parts we have to focus on. So you have to talk a lot about that. Good things, what are the good things? E-vehicle will come in that particular thing. There can be other good things also. So he talked about introduction of e-vehicle. Topic is not e-vehicle, topic is something else. Though e-vehicle is an example of what can be the good out of this. So Sumesh did not participate in between, and conclusion also Sumesh did not do conclusion part also. And then we come Rohit. Rohit, you are not to address the observer. You are not to address sir. You are not to say, sir, my name is Rohit and sir, I speak like this. You are not to say that. You have to just speak with the members, mentors, not with the observer. You are not to address to the observer. You are not to do that, right? This is how it is to be done. So if I am to pass today in your GD, I'll pass Amar and Deva only. Others will not pass the GD. Amar and Deva only will pass. Other will not qualify the GD because you have not spoken. Now I'll give you what can be the best introduction part of this. That I will give you and how you could have participated. Okay, now friends, the topic for the discussion given today is petrol price hike, good or bad. Very, very relevant topic, and I think we all have points to provide in this. This is very much relevant to the context of India. We are still in COVID situation, And last 2 years, largely the economy has been locked down, shut down. There are some international things which are happening, like war between Russia, Ukraine and Russia, and some other countries also getting involved. So because of that, crude oil have gone up. Now, normally, if you see crude oil price hike is not a good thing. But then what can be the good out of it? We need to see that in context of the economic recession which is going on in Indian economy. And the income means of income generation available to the government. So we need to discuss this entire topic in that particular context, friends. There are certain good things in when government is increasing the petrol or diesel price, price hike is there. There can be some good things related to the Indian economy coming out of the recession or development activities. Yes, there are some bad things of surely, because money goes out of the pocket of people. It affects their quality of life. It affects the economy also. So there can be bad things also. So let's discuss this entire topic, friends, in two categories. What are the good and what are the bad things in this? Now I open the house for discussion among all of you. So this can be the introduction. Give the classification, give some kind of idea, and open the discussion. Now when you go in between, this is the introduction part. Introduction part has to be direction to the discussion. The moment you introduce, give the introduction, then you enter into the body part. What can be the good things now? Now let me tell you a couple of good things. Number one, if the petrol and diesel price hike will be there, people will feel motivated to go for e-vehicles, because e-vehicles are costly nowadays and there's a new technology, and people to adopt new technology, there should be some reason. So petrol and diesel prices hike and unsustainability of that will be one of the reasons people will feel like purchasing the e-vehicle. Like when petrol is costlier than diesel, people purchase diesel vehicle. When both petrol and diesel is costly, people may think of purchasing e-vehicles. Why? Because as of now, e-vehicle initial cost is more. So that can be one of the reasons to motivate people to go for e-vehicle, number one. Number two, obviously when petrol and diesel cost is more, a person who is using car may feel like using scooter, person using scooter may feel like using cycle, and in that way, our pollution content will be reduced. So it is good for climate change perspective also. We will be properly utilizing the resources. Like people will do common pooling. Some people are going to the office, they can go together to the office. They can do the sharing basis. They can go to the office, something like that. So that means we will be indirectly controlling the emission of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide and all. Third is why government is increasing petrol and diesel prices. We should know that. We should be aware about that. If government is to keep the economy running, we have to create the infrastructure. Then government needs resources. Couple of the sources which are there for government are excise duties on liquor and all, export, import, and then crude oil price. So because in India, 80% of the crude oil is imported, and that is a huge burden on us. So government indirectly is transferring that burden on people, and then the money which is being taken is being used to run the economy. It's a tough time for everyone, tough time for government also. So if we are paying more for this and that eventually goes to the national development, there is nothing bad in that. But only thing is that we should not fall in a recessionary cycle like Sri Lanka or something. So for that, it may be good thing. What is bad thing now? Cost of the commodities increase, cost of living increases. When petrol and diesel price increase, it affects the lower strata people the most. So the people who are in poor class or middle class families, they get affected most, because price of everything increases, cost of living increases. And during COVID, many people lost their jobs, and otherwise also now economic situation is not very good of people. And moreover, now cost is also increasing. That is a bad thing. It's not a good thing. Common man gets most affected. It affects the most to those people which are actually the common man. They go to the office every day and all. Now there are people who are highly skilled and they're working from home. It is not affecting them, but it is affecting those who are very poor in strata. It eventually affects the economic development also, because if the price of petrol and diesel is high, price of everything is more, and people will have less money left in their pocket. So if less money is left in their pocket, they may not purchase the things, and eventually demand reduces. And if demand is less, supply has to be less, economy does not move. That is the reason people will not purchase vehicles and all. They will try to go for public transport. If they will not purchase vehicle, then how the automobile sector will go? So indirectly it is that. So best thing is like during lockdown, nobody is using vehicle and the pollution level is 0. But that is only one way to see that. What about economic slowdown? So that is, it has to be healthy balance between the two. So petrol hike may be good, it may be bad depending upon the things. So but it should be nominal and not at the cost of pollution, not at the cost of economic development. It should be nominal price. This is how you have to conclude the thing. So good points, bad points, and then you could have given the conclusion. So all from my side, anything you want to ask for that?
Sir, if the observer told that we have to not to introduce the we have to not do the introduction, then what will be the starting lines of the GD?
Tell me again.
Yes, sir.
Tell me again.
Sir, if the observer told not to introduce yourself in the GD, then how will we start?
Friends, the topic given today is a very relevant topic. It is like petrol, diesel prices hike, good or bad. In my opinion, there are certain good things in this, there are certain bad things in this. That is all. Don't tell your name. Why to tell your name?
Sir, and one thing during our discussion, if maybe we'll talking in their Hindi language and some in the English language. So if I'm comfortable in both languages, then if if I'm one-to-one with somebody who is speaking in English, so I'll go for English. If the
yes,
then I can switch to Hindi also.
Yes, you can do that. No problem with that. If somebody is speaking in Hindi, you can speak in Hindi with him, and vice versa. You can do that.
Thank you. Sir, and one thing, introduction, I have to ask you, between GD and GT, I think it is the same introduction for both, because in that also you have told us that you have a direction in GT also, will give a direction to the group
Direction
tasking
part
also.
is okay. Direction part is good. Yeah. But there you don't jump.
GD,
they don't fight for starting.
So in GD, as you have mentioned, as you have given as an example, you have told us how to introduce that. So we should not include any of the points. We'll just simply correlate the things with our day-to-day life, what's going on within 1-2 lines, and again just pass on to other to start.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Next. Yeah, next
one thing, sir. Like, sir, I have spoke about only bad things. If I am getting points only on bad thing, will it affect my chance of selection, sir?
No. You are saying you're only talking about favorable points.
Like in this topic, I talked only about bad things. About bad things, will it affect?
Even if you take a stand and if you talk only about bad things, not good things, it does not affect your selection. Only thing is you should justify your stand. That's it.
Yes,
you need not to draw the consensus with the rest of the group. That is not required.
Okay, but I have to adjust with the rest of the GT, right?
Group task you have to be on the same platform with others.
Yes, sir.
You have to have consensus with others.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Sir, what should be the direction of introduction, sir?
What should be direction of?
The duration of our introduction.
Duration has to be 2 minutes maximum. You should prepare for 1.5 to 2 minutes because somebody will cut you. There is a reason.
That means within 2 minutes we have to practice and.
Yeah. Right. So anyhow, keep practicing these topics, and there are so many topics which are kept on the panel of YourPedia. Just go through those topics. They are relevant topics. I'll be putting more topics also today. So keep going for those topics. Write couple of points at the end, which I give you couple of points. Good, bad. 3 points, 3 points. That's it. The rest is practice. So knowledge base, very less knowledge base, precise knowledge base is required. The rest is all how you talk and how you discuss. That thing is required. So it is not that you need to have many points. No. 2-3 points, काम के 2-4 points हैं, you can do that, right? Keep practicing that and keep preparing for this. So then I end it up now.